Talk say make we no talk, but thank God say Mayegun don come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo, Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo, Mayegun don come,
oh. Hello there.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dodo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dodo. Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ aráyé. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good morning to you from wherever you are joining me from. It is Mayegun Live. Thank you so much for joining me again. Please, after reading the caption of the broadcast, the description, please share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them that Mayegun today. I know the headline or the rider for the broadcast. It's always sometimes like funny, but it's not funny. Nigeria Senate has approved another $500 million for Tinubu to borrow so that they can buy meters for you. There is another loan request that Tinubu's government is also pushing. $320 million to improve healthcare and education in Nigeria. And they have already started in their media spreading the the story of the 40 aircraft. That means in 10 months of Tinubu, the Nigeria presidential jets have suddenly developed a fault that cannot be fixed, and is already kind of coming out little by little. Ingo buy jet too. And there is Wala from Niger State, where some Islamists are now calling for Tinubu's minister to be sacked because he is meddling in religious matter. They are planning to marry off over 100 underage girls because that's the way they want to alleviate poverty in Niger. That has now become controversial. Big controversy. Meanwhile, there is a court that has stopped them now. But to hell with all courts. Kilo Thank you. So I have a lot tonight. So we better really get down to it because of our time. We've already kind of, I started late. So yeah, the Tinubu's propaganda machine, they have started planting the story of faulty aircraft. The last time they budgeted over 5 billion naira for a yacht. But Tinubu, they call it presidential yacht. Now you might actually have to be getting ready to pay for another presidential jet. You remember when Kolu went to Netherlands? Right. So from that, Netherlands jet trip, that was the moment they reported their presidential jets developed faults. So to them, well, it will be an opportunity to take it for a repair or a service. So they did. Then the news said they called for that of Shetima, the shitty man. Now, when they took shitty man's presidential or vice presidential jet to Holland, immediately it landed in Netherlands again. It developed faults. Meanwhile, they were due for a trip to Saudi Arabia World Economic Forum. So from that moment, they decided that they should just take all of them for repair so that they can open shop on you. You're going to get to know how much that will cost later, but they haven't disclosed that yet. But from what they are saying, it's like whatever is wrong with the presidential jet in 10 months under Tinubu, Kogbogun, what Yoruba will call Kogbogun, and what some of you will call incurable. So in 10 months, Tinubu's criminal illegitimate regime may actually declare that they need a new presidential jet, no matter how hungry they make the rest of you. But that's just on the side. Also, the Senate in Nigeria, they have approved another $500 million loan, a World Bank loan. Before now, just about 2 weeks ago, they also got approval for a $750 million loan, World Bank. So the $750 million, according to them, is a loan to fund the 2024 budget. Nothing specific. But this particular one is a bit specific. $500 million to buy electricity meters for you. You know they are not going to buy that, right? At least you do, or you don't. Anyway, so you see the push for more loans and more debt. They are in line with what the IMF, World Bank, and so many other secret lenders who are, since Tinubu can't get any real investors. I keep reminding you of that. Nigeria's revenue generating, sources have been sold to themselves. So the rest of the country is more or less like just being run by a gang of criminals. But they are telling you something. So Kolu was at a gathering, I think it was 2 days ago, and they said we are all equal in Nigeria. So let's start from there. Let's start from the boring part before we get to the other part. Yeah.
I'm aware that this campaign has been successfully launched in 15 African countries, focusing on health, education, economic empowerment, and gender-based violence. I'm also delighted to learn of all the various initiatives that Your Excellencies have embarked upon in your respective countries. I celebrate all of you. We must continue to create opportunities for all our children to access quality education without leaving anyone behind, particularly the girl child. We must engender a society where everyone has the same opportunity, regardless of who they are, because doing that leads to a stronger and more peaceful and developed society for all of us. It is noteworthy that the launch of this campaign in Nigeria coincides with the reintroduction of the alternative ICT for girls, championed by the First Lady. This initiative offers a second chance to young girls who might have dropped out of school to be able to further their education and fulfill their dreams and aspirations. The empowerment of women and girls is essential to achieving each of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. We must build an inclusive opportunity economy. Africans are known for warm hospitality and generosity. Our can-do spirit, although enshrine on us with the ability to thrive in challenging environments and challenging circumstances. We are who we are. We are Africans. See that and believing in ourselves will definitely help us if we work together in unity. I want to say again that I am firmly committed to ensuring that no Nigerian child is excluded from quality education that prepares women and girls to lead and bring positive changes to our communities.
Let's stop him there. Sorry for that poor audio, okay? But that call joining his wife, okay? Call, and that is a bat, joining his wife, Rat, to launch and open another shop on you. How much that is going to cost, I will tell you later in your life. But the idea, according to them, is to say, we are all equal. That's not true. But that is the campaign that they want to kind of push now to make you, probably according to them, make all of us possibly finally agree with Tinubu on something. But you can tell, it's going to be a pure, but you shall already fail. But anyway, one of the lawmakers in Nigeria talking about the 40 aircraft had this to say.
Mr. Speaker, since an issue has been raised, I will advise that the President should suspend using the presidential aircraft. If there is need, he can use either commercial or chartered aircraft. And another options, if that will also help Nigerians. If the President can travel by road, then Nigerians will have hope that our roads will be repaired soon. So, Mr. Speaker...
Honorable Ali Jesse. Yeah, asking my president to use road to go to Europe.
No, I'm not saying
So
Europe.
my
Within
president
the
should go
country,
by road to
You
Europe.
can use, Mr. Speaker,
My
the Prime
president should
Minister of
use
UK
road
British Airways
to attend meetings in Europe and UK. But you are not using road to go to UK. The last time I checked, you were not traveling by road. And
I
you want the
travel by road
president
to go, Mr. Speaker.
to travel by road to UK. Can we hear from the minority leader? I think our legacy has finished.
Mr. Speaker, anyway, minority leader should continue from west.
Nuisance lele.
Just so you see the association of nuisance, association of rogues. Anyway, the idea of him flying the public airline to anywhere is so strange to Nigerian politicians, but before they have a chance to be in public office, I mean, so many of them, including Tinubu, who has about 2 Gulfstream aircraft. One of the top, when you're talking about some of the top automobiles that some of you fancies, Gulfstream, kind of for the top, rich guys. Tinubu has his own, and he could just save the rest of you all this stress once and for all and start flying his own jet. Now, is that not what he's been flying? Or they would have to buy him a new one. And he says something about not leaving any child behind. And that is what will take me to Kwara State now. While these children are subjected to this type of a lifestyle, others are doing all they can to push their religious, what they call them again, fundamentalism in Kwara State. Let's stop there quickly. So that is where they are raising the leaders of tomorrow. And I promise you, there are tens of thousands of structures like that called schools in Nigeria. While these guys continue to steal and loot the supposed scarce resources. That won't even annoy you. Somebody said, religion is such a big problem in Nigeria. And a lot of us agree. But there are many, many instances of why it's going to be so difficult for you to disagree the impact of religion on our people and how much that has helped our oppressors, successive criminals in government from every part of Nigeria to get away with their crimes. Religion. Right. Somebody said Christians, they are building, especially down south, they are building schools, building universities. A majority of their church members cannot afford to send their children. But in northern Nigeria, and mostly as the idea is spreading, the Islamic fundamentalists, they are doing everything to make millions of people illiterate, incapacitated, economically incapacitated. It is like it is their agenda. That is why you have this Alimajirism, that even the criminals who have looted Nigeria from northern Nigeria, they still fail to invest in their people. In a learning where I just show you the state of a school there, right? There's this video. I'm sorry, it's in Yoruba, so I'll ask people to help me do some interpretation in the comment section, okay? In a learning, there's a video that just surfaced online. And it says some people or a group of Islamic fundamentalists, and I've seen that face before. The same people who said nobody must do Isheshe, Yoruba traditional religion. No Isheshe is allowed in a learning. And that became so controversial that they arrested people. They arrested people, locked them up for weeks, for months because of this issue. And they got away with it. Part of the lies they told you, Nigeria is a secular country, you know, where you have Christians, you have Muslims, you have those who are the traditionalists. They coexist peacefully. Is that not what you will read on Wikipedia? No, we don't coexist peacefully. There are those who believe that Nigeria is an Islamic country. But you see those who are not Muslims, they will break head, forget for anything to tell you that, no, Nigeria is not Islamic country. Nigeria is not Islamic country. But fine, I'm not saying it is. But officially it is. Okay? So it's just that mentally, you know they agree. Say Nigeria is an Islamic country, Abi. One of the reasons why we have to actually break ourselves away from this contraption as soon as we can, as soon as possible, like since yesterday. Okay? So these guys, they went to a place, right? And they said, this place used to be a mosque. So why are you guys housing Christianity in this place? Why do you turn it to a church? I don't think there is history that those who were there as mosque, they were chased away. But the bottom line is, we don't want any Christian church or wherever here. And you know the funniest thing is, they actually said, in the name of the Emir of Ilorin, you have to leave this place. But that should be a secular country. The African Wahala and others, I need your help. Please help me as much as you can interpret this to my viewers. Please.
náà ni kò sọjà Abdulaziz láti bo láti ọlọ́jẹ̀ àti àfáà wa kí ló kọ yín. àwọn ọlọ́jẹ̀. bàbá mọ́gàjí ọlọ́jẹ̀ kí lẹ pé.